everybody, Tennis Coach Robert here with Carlbo Tennis. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today we're going to talk about height and power. So the two of these things are related. So the harder you hit a ball, we're going to talk about flat first so we get a basic understanding. The harder you hit the ball, the lower you have to hit it over the net, okay? And the higher you hit the ball, you have to hit it a little bit softer because too much height is going to give us too much distance, okay? Of course, if we have topspin to the ball is going to rotate as the ball is spinning down this way. The ball is going to go down, so we need to hit the ball a little bit harder and higher to create this spinning motion. But today we're going to focus on hitting the ball relatively flat. So we need a certain amount of force in order for the ball to travel. So the ball is going to travel at a pace. We give it pace by using all the technical stuff. The ball is going to go. And as the ball is going to reach a certain point, and then it's going to slow down. Once it's slowed down, then it's going to start to drop. Gravity would take over, okay? So the higher we hit the ball, the longer it takes before the ball comes down. The lower, of course, the quicker we'll get down. So the lower we hit the ball, the harder we have to hit the ball in order for the ball to go over. In some cases, balls that are in the net is because you don't hit the ball hard enough, so the ball starts to drop before it even gets over to the net. So these balls I'm going to hit are going to be relatively hard. So the first one that I'm going to hit, okay, and I have this line over here that I'm going to use. So I'm going to hit this ball that comes here, and I hit it, and I hit it high with relatively with some pace. I hit it high, way up there. The ball is going to go out. Okay, if I hit the same ball here with some height and I hit it softer, the ball will go over, okay? So we want to always make sure, so if I'm hitting a neutral ball, I want to hit the ball a little bit over the red line, okay? So we just regular shot here, I hit it over the line, and that would give me plenty of margin. I don't have to hit the ball will not go into the net. I can hit some height to make sure that I get some depth also here, and I can control the ball that way. If I'm going to hit the ball harder, if I hit the ball high, it's going to go very, if I hit the ball harder, I have to start hitting the ball lower. So when I hit the ball harder here, I have to hit the ball significantly lower. So, and the closer I am to the net also, the lower I have to hit the ball, okay? So I'm hitting the ball here with pace also, and making sure that on that one you can see I hit the ball relatively hard, but even with that, the ball still has a long way to go before it goes out, right? And this is happening because I'm hitting the ball under the red line. So if I go again, I have to hit the ball under the red line. And you see there, I could hit that ball significantly harder because that ball only landed by the blue line. That one landed by the baseline, okay? So I can fix that by hitting the ball harder or giving it some height. So if I want some depth here, I hit the ball higher, the ball goes a little bit deeper. Or I'll have to hit the ball a little bit harder, and that will give me the same type of situation. So the harder you hit the ball, the lower you have to hit it. Now, there is a massive risk in trying to hit the ball hard because I could hit the ball in the net. So I have to be careful. So generally speaking, when I'm going for these harder balls, I have to make sure that I'm in the right position because that can happen. So I need to make sure that I'm in the right position and can hit the ball with enough height to make sure that it's under the red line and above, obviously above the net. Now if I go above it, those balls start to go deeper and possibly going out. So here I go hit the ball relatively hard, ball's gonna fly out. So many times when that happens, I'm hitting the ball here and then the ball is going out. And it's simply going out because I'm hitting the ball too high over the net. I could fix it, of course, if I hit topspin. That's one way the ball spins and that'll help me go down. Or I slow my rotation, but I'm still gonna follow through properly. Still have to follow through. I still have to do basic things. So here, I create a little height and the ball goes. And I hit the camera there. The ball goes. And I have relatively good depth. So a lot of guys will hit with topspin and they hit like this, and these balls are short. Okay, so over topspin, they think they're hitting the ball hard, but these balls are barely crossing or right at the service line, and someone could easily attack it with a more powerful shot. So we have to always remember the difference between hitting the ball high. If we do that, we have to hit the ball softer, okay? And also, if I'm in the court and I want to create some angle, I have to hit the ball softer. Sorry, I didn't hit it high enough. So I have to hit this one a little bit soft to create that sharp angle. If I hit that too hard, if I hit it too hard, the ball will go out. I'll do it on this side over here, so you can see it. So if I'm hitting the ball here, I have to hit the ball softer. If I hit that same ball there harder, same position, it's going to go out because I hit it too hard, because I'm closer. So we want to always make sure that we understand the difference between the height and the power. It's very, very important. So many times I see players who are hitting, they hit a couple of balls out, they stop following through because they think they're hitting the ball too hard. The reason those balls went out was because you hit the ball too high or you didn't have enough topspin. In this video, we're talking about hitting the ball hard, not necessarily about topspin. You can fix it by doing one of those two things. The guys who hit the ball in the net, and then they overcompensate by hitting the ball too high. But most of the time what I see, and especially when players are tight, they stop following through. And as a result of that, you don't have enough pace to make the ball go over the net. So the ball ends up in the net. So you lose the point that way. And you hit the ball a few times and the ball goes out, and we overcompensate. So hit the ball, use your correct technique, make sure you're following through properly, but work on the balance between height and pace. And then you are able to hit the ball really, really hard. So some of those balls, I hit the ball relatively hard. The ball's landed here. I could hit it twice as hard and the ball would land here. So many times you see pros hitting the ball, let's say 90 miles an hour and so on. And if they're hitting that flat, the ball is very low over the net. If it's too high, it's going to fly out. You can do the same thing too. You can rotate, you can hit 100 mile an hour forehand if you have the ability to do it, but you have to understand how to do it in terms of the height. If that ball is too high, it's going to fly out. Remember, if you do it, there's a high risk that you're going to be able to hit the ball in the net. The other thing that has to happen if you're hitting the ball really, really hard, you need to make sure that you are in the right position. Your footwork has to be immaculate, okay, to be in the right position, because if you're reaching a little bit, you can't hit the ball that hard. So the harder you hit the ball, you make sure that you're in the right position and you're hitting the ball under the red line, okay? Above it for neutral ball rallies, you're just hitting the ball nice and safe. That will give you margin. The balls won't go to the net. The balls will become deep. But as soon as you get a chance, you want to crush it, you got to hit it under the red line. The same thing goes for the position on the court. The further back you are, the higher you have to hit the ball because the ball has longer to go. The closer, you have to hit the ball lower if you're going to drive the ball. Or, again, with spin, depending on the situation. But in these videos, we didn't talk about spin very much. We're talking about just the relationship between height and power. I hope this makes sense to you. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please consider a thumbs up and subscribing if you already haven't. For all of you who have subscribed, I thank you so much. And if you leave a comment or suggestions, we'll look at those and come up with different video ideas for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, get some power behind it.
For more information on Carbo Tennis, visit www.carlbotennis.com. If you wish to email Coach Robert, please do so at robert@carlbotennis.com or visit his Facebook page at www.facebook.com/carbotennis. Tennis for the people. This video was an ADCI LLC production and was filmed at the North Pinellas YMCA located in Palm Harbor, Florida.